session of Learn Digital Academy. In this one, we are about to learn things of content writing, the art of using words. Did you realize anything? Did you catch any grammar mistakes in what I just said? Well, content matters everywhere. You see, and how good it is supposed to be. Everything matters a lot. Where and all do you require content? You require content at each and every single platform, whether even you are advertising your product, you're talking about your company, you require to have content everywhere. So let's start the importance of these things and how does it matter to us. So the message from your words, very well said that every word has a weight and frequency of its own, not our words, but yes, well said. Verbal communication differs a lot that of written. Now, before explaining this one, you see the first point, whatever I say might not be, you will understand in the very same manner which I'm trying to explain it in, because your thought process might be at a different level, my thought process can be at a very different level. Now every word that we actually talk about, there are some particular words, when we frame them into a particular sentence, then at that point of a time our frequency can actually match. Now the verbal communication differs a lot of that from the written one, because verbal communication can actually be a two-way communication, whereas the written form is just like actually about, if I have written something and a person reads it, he or she can understand anything out of it, and even if she or he has questions, there was not going to be anybody over there to answer them back, right? Now content writing makes a difference based upon its audience, style and tone. Yes, uh, this definitely matters a lot. When you are having people in front of you, the way you are delivering your speech matters a lot. The kind of tone that you are going to use, your body language. But what are you going to do when your content writing just needs to be on a paper and not to be delivered to somebody verbally? It is a one-way communication, so make sure that the message is loud and clear. That you can explain at the back end of each and every single thing very clearly and not to leave any elephant in the room or any doubt for anybody. Important, evident, and necessary to maintain the professionalism. As said, at times it is important to have a personal touch with the audience, try maintaining not being too casual. It is without any doubt that professionalism has to be maintained in the content writing. You cannot just go ahead and type the as a d, Denmark quality. You cannot go ahead and do that, those kind of things in your content writing whenever you are going to do it for a blog, or you're going to do it for even for a small message on a professional on behalf of a particular company. You need to have professionalism. Your statements can attract a not interested person and can alienate the interested one. Maintain the balance. You see, the kind of information that you can pass through a short message uh, only does such kind of a thing. So let us suppose I have the example about a hair oil. All right. Okay. Now, one of the guy who's actually going bald is pretty much interested in having a hair oil which can bring back his hairs. There are actually two of them. So let us say that the first guy gets to see an advertisement about a hair oil, which actually, will bring back your hairs in 90 days. Okay. Now, this guy, he's like, he wants something instantly. Okay, 90 days it is going to take. And the second guy must think, he must be like, in a kind of a mindset that, yeah, 90 days. I it is Ayurvedic, or it might be really working. That is why it is taking so long. So I think I must try it. Whereas the first guy, he needs it instantly. He cannot wait for 90 days. Might be that he would rather prefer a hair surgery over there, hair transplant rather, right? So yes, your statements can attract a not interested prospect and can alienate the interested one. Maintain the balance, not to reveal too many things in your advertisements or whenever you are writing for any advertisement. A strict no to profanity or swearing. Avoid any personal opinions. Never do a personal attack on anybody, and of course, please do avoid profanity at every possible. Professionalism, you can be sure of surviving for long in the industry, and yes, people would love to come back to you. Avoid too much of anything. Avoid repeating same context or point again and again. People do have fillers with themselves when especially they talk. Make sure that, like, when you're writing the content, you do not follow the very same method of repeating something again and again, maybe an information or somebody's name. Avoid too many graphics, although images are a part of content writing, but too many images or graphics can turn down the situation. Yes, images are, they pretty much required at times, right? But when you're especially doing it for SEO, or you're doing it for a particular blog, then please avoid too many images, not required over there. Avoid using high vocabulary or too many other language words. It is to be understood key. People love basic English. Of course, everybody must be a fan of Shashi Tharoor, but how many of us do really actually understand what he's talking about? So yes, let's just do have a little bit of courtesy towards not using very high vocabulary, due to which a person is forced to go to his dictionary again and again. And also, since India being a diverse country, we have so many languages over here. Also, do avoid using those words again and again. And if you really will to do so, do mention the meaning of that particular word in a bracket, and do highlight it. And those are the very best methods that we can actually do. And do not involve too many references also. So your article is of, let's say, uh, 800 words article, and you have given over and over like 85 references over there, too much. Please, so to avoid that thing also. And the worst part is the plagiarism. Never copy content, and there are various tools on available on internet where you can go ahead and you can check the plagiarism. So I'll help you with one. You don't have to do much, just simply go to Google and type plagiarism check. This is even done by Grammarly. There are various tools available for this, so you just go to one of them. Oh, yeah, Grammarly again. Whatsoever the content that you have, paste it over here, scan for plagiarism, and it is going to show you how much content you have copied from the internet and how much unique content you have utilized over here. So please do think about this. The reason that you must avoid plagiarism is it is unhealthy for your website. It is unhealthy in terms of SEO. So, and yes, of course, if identified by not just by the Google, but by the original owner, they have all the right to file a case against you. So yes, do avoid plagiarism for usage guidelines also. Now, what are the qualities of a good content? It is supposed to be unique, relevant to a particular topic. Of course, it needs to be verified. You just cannot write stories on your own behalf. Well written content would mean it's properly structured. Mention the source of knowledge, from where did you pick up the topic, pretty much related to the verified. Exciting, do something new, put across a new way of describing things. Conclusive, in the end, just does not it's all right to leave some content with a question mark, or so that, like, it creates a sense in the reader that he should come back to read something more about it. But if you give conclusion, you'll have a satisfied reader for yourself. Then comes clarity. A good content writer always makes sure that the reader is clear about his vision, not to complicate a person. You see, if you give multiple things to him or her, the reader might not be able to make a decision out of it, that what does the writer actually want to stay or want to say. I'm sorry. Stick to the topic with the best of the examples. Whatever the topic you have, find out the best relevant examples of it, stick to them, correlate the relevant topics whatsoever you have on your own website itself, multiple blogs, to try to interlink them. And always, whatsoever you are writing about it, take a stand for it. Flow of an article, blog story, script matters a lot. You cannot just in the very beginning write something very much controversial, and then you start with another theme and then another theme, then nothing makes a sense out of it when you're trying to relate everything. The reader has already lost what actually happened in the very beginning. Yes, few readers, for a few writers are actually very much talented about things. So if you pick up the example of Ashwin Sanghi, any of his book actually opens up with at least 2 to 3 stories, and how he correlates all of them and brings them up to a climax. That's also an art. But if you are not good at it, don't try much. Don't not try any kind of experiments. Now, what are the kind of content writers we have? A blog writer, a blog consists of 1600 to 1800 words. How you are supposed to put in all the keywords in the first 150 words, you're supposed to take care of that. Technical writer. This kind of writers are the, a very heavy demand of technical writers in India with the very least supply. So technical writers are usually required for making project notes from when did the particular project start, and how it actually ended up, what kind of coding languages did you utilize for it, what kind of platforms did you make use of, or the user manual itself, how to utilize the entire software, and not just limited to that, but your not the softwares, but your systems, or you talk even about a washing machine, right? This is all where like a technical writer can be required. A copywriter, most creative ones, writing exclusive statements for your advertisements. Copywriters, ghostwriter never come into the picture. Their job is just to provide the content and stay hidden from coming in front of the public. Best example of this could be, the politicians. They never write their own speeches, right? So who writes their speeches? Ghost writers, social media writers. You can consider them in both ways, in terms of advertisements as well as any posts over the social media you're supposed to do. Now, when you talk about advertisements, they are pretty much skilled in what kind of primary text has to go, what kind of headline or description should be given on a particular ad. Email writers, a very underestimated, profession in India, and also underrated too at the very same time. But it is booming, and of course, we are going to see a lot of future in this one. So, email writers are like different kind of writers you require over here, particularly for the subscribers. A new one for sales, different kind of writers, or drafts preparation related to your bank accounts. Script writers, particularly these people are pretty much required in your movies for writing a script. Scene by scene, you have to write entire movie, and it's not an easy task. Now, this particular profession has been broken down into many professions currently, where you get to see a lot of web series coming up, even the short movies too. So yes, script writers are also pretty much in demand. So well, that's about your content writing. Conclusive statement about this would be key. Utilize the right keywords at the right time, the amount of them, and if you're not good at it, then please do consult your SEO team, and then you go ahead with this. And best part about content writing is correlating it with other things, so that you maintain the traffic only on to what you have written, and not to pass it on to some other website.